So, Rudy, let's kick it off by talking about why the Melbourne Cricket Club membership is like this totally fascinating pillar of the MCG's whole business machine. I'm honestly reminded of the time I learned about queue management, not at some economics conference, but playing this board game called Power Grid. You should have seen my tables obsession with who'd get the extra coal contract. Anyway, it's not just a silly analogy. How you handle a queue or a wait list, in MCC's case, can literally prop up a whole venue's financial health. The MCC's got, almost 157,000 members, but it's the 188,000 plus people still waiting to join that just blows my mind. Why do you reckon these massive wait lists intrigue sport management geeks like us?
It's that predictability, right? In sport management, everyone talks about chasing predictable revenue, but MCC basically lives it. Those membership numbers mean the club's got a locked-in, dedicated crowd, essential for keeping the lights on and the vibe up, even when, say, the on-field product isn't peaking. And for students, I think it's gold. You see this system, and it teaches you why loyalty and exclusivity matter for financial stability in venues. Think of all those folks on the list. They're not just passive fans, they're future capital. Like, you don't get that level of demand by accident.
True. And I'm still wrapping my head around how that steady base lets them plan years, maybe decades out. Guaranteed crowd, guaranteed cash, total, win, win.
All right, so let's break down how you actually unlock your way into MCC. There's this clear path: provisional, then restricted, then finally full member, and the perks truly stack up the higher you go. Full members, free entry to the members reserve for every AFL match, finals, even internationals. But provisional, your access shrinks for the massive event days. It's genuinely a staircase for status.
Decades long, literally. A full spot is going to folks who joined the waitlist in 1993. That's more commitment than waiting for the next George R.R. Martin novel. But here's the rub. Is having to wait that long a good filter? Like an authenticity test? Or does it actually keep new energy and fans at bay? Because a queue with over 188,000 people, it's got some real scarcity vibes, but it's not exactly open to the late adopters.
I'm conflicted, honestly. The waitlist guarantees value, but you risk locking out whole new communities, especially if you're thinking about footy's broader growth. Sport's supposed to unite, not exclude. Not that I have a better answer yet.
Fair, but I will say, as a lover of games both real and analogue, there's something awfully badge of honour about getting through that whole MCC progression. Maybe that makes the members' reserve feel even more exclusive on match day. Like, if you made it, you've definitely earned it.
Talking money now, one of my favorite topics, obviously. So what they've done is pretty smart. They split up entrance fees by each membership stage. When you become provisional, pay 25% of your fee. Make it to restricted, bump that up to 50%. Full, pay off the balance. It's almost like, do you know the term milestone payments from project management? Break it up and no one feels the full pain at once.
I actually love how FlexiPay comes in too. 3 installments over the year, a $5 admin fee. So, you spread out annual payments, making it less of a one-time shock. And for the club, it's a steady inflow of cash, no huge drop-offs after, say, one big bill in August. Reminds me of a subscription board game box. Less churn, more retention, right?
Exactly. It's a brilliant template for working capital management, which we've covered in all my classes. Instead of guessing whether renewal season will be a boom or a drought, MCC knows pretty much what's coming in. I do sometimes wonder, though, does spreading payments actually boost upgrades? Like, are more people likely to keep progressing through tiers if the pain is less upfront?
Ooh, now I want to see the analytics. But it absolutely gives both the club and members better planning power. Everyone gets to forecast and stress a bit less. You know what always stands out to me, Rudy? The way the members' reserve creates that always switched on game day experience. Imagine, over 155,000 members, 23,000 capacity for reserve. That's, like VIP mode in a multiplayer game. Even during rough patches, COVID springs to mind, the MCG ran without begging the Victorian government for rescue cash. That's almost unheard of in stadium management.
Right, and because there's always that core group turning up, the vibe stays electric even if it's not a blockbuster day. And on Grand Final, oh man, that vibe is something you remember forever. I know some people say it's almost too exclusive, but it's a big reason why the MCC model just works. Guaranteed energy, guaranteed full house.
It's just crowd theory in action. When the members' reserve is packed, the atmosphere is contagious. The funny thing? It's not strictly match importance. It's because so many people want to get value from their membership, right?
Dead right. And the MCC has proven that predictable revenue literally keeps stadium atmospheres healthy and future-proof. There's just a lot to learn there for anyone dreaming of running their own venue one day. Let's talk about the engine under the hood. Those perks. The tiered access builds a flywheel: dining, special bar facilities, discounted museum entry, member-exclusive events, even the reciprocal rights at partner clubs overseas if you're full. That sense of loyalty, it doesn't happen by accident. It's designed.
And don't forget the digital side. The membership data lets MCC keep in contact, updates, tailored offers, direct engagement. It's like a real-life CRM system, right there in the stands. The more you build in these feedback loops, the stickier the membership becomes. Oh, and a quick evidence drop. The 2022 AFL Grand Final, over 100,000 fans, sellout crowd, everyone talking about the reserve. That is loyalty and the membership model's power on display.
Yeah, and all that data isn't just about marketing. It helps the club improve the experience, keep folks coming back, and spot gaps to build engagement campaigns around, like individual perks for milestone anniversaries or exclusive previews. Keeps the club vibe real.
Of course, not all glitter is gold. The grand final ticketing piece is, spicy. Regular fans do get frustrated, and the membership queue, going back to the early 90s for new full members, is, kinda brutal. Plus, reports say the reserve is rarely full on your everyday AFL game, with average numbers well below the headline capacity. That's a big underutilisation question, right?
Yeah, it's the double edge of exclusivity. On one hand, those member perks have serious pull. On the other hand, on quiet days, the empty seats are obvious, and it's a problem a lot of venues face. I always wonder, would people value it as much if it wasn't so scarce? Like if it only took, say, 3 years to get in instead of 3 decades, would the MCC still be the MCC?
That's a killer question. I mean, you could argue some of the magic is precisely because the queue is long. It signals demand, almost makes it feel like this rare, precious badge. But yeah, if you want more bums and seats throughout the year, maybe some kind of attendance nudge is overdue. Can you incentivize people to use their access more, not just on Grand Final?
Looking ahead, there's real debate about what next for MCC. One option, faster intake, or maybe adding an associate tier that lets more folks pay to wait. That'd mean more revenue, bigger food and bev pool, but risks making the reserve feel more crowded, less exclusive.
Or dynamic pricing, like lower guest ticket prices on quiet match days to help fill seats, messing with scarcity a teensy bit for the greater good. The risk? Annoying members who prize those legacy entitlements, or sparking big churn if hallmark perks get tweaked. Plus, there's this major Southern Stand overhaul incoming, which could shake things up for seat allocations and amenities. If you were running the MCC, Rudy, where would you start the future-proofing?
Tough one. I'd say start with flexible options for different types of members. Maybe experiment with short-term guest passes or loyalty rewards for consistent attendance rather than blowing up the core model. Market test before rolling out massive changes. That's the international student in me. Play it safe and steady.
I love that small, strategic tweaks. MCC's recipe isn't perfect, but it's kind of a sport business study in how to balance tradition, revenue, and fan experience. Should we wrap up here, Rudy?
Yeah, let's do it. So if you're a student, pro, or even just a sport nut watching from the queue, MCC's membership system is proof there's as much action off the field as on. Plenty to watch as the model evolves.
Couldn't have said it better. Thanks for joining us for this insider scoop. Keep questioning those models, stay curious, and we'll catch you next time on Sportcast with Rudy. Bye, Rudy.
See ya, Regine. And thanks, everyone. Cheers till next time.